Welcome in, everybody. So, you're gearing up to take your very first airplane flight. I want you to know right off the bat, it is completely normal to feel a little bit nervous. We've all been there. You probably have a million questions running through your head right now. Where do I go? What documents do I actually need to show? How does this massive airport system even work? Well, take a deep breath because today we are going to completely demystify the whole process for you. In this explainer, I'm going to walk you through a complete, totally stress-free, step-by-step journey. We're talking from the moment you start packing at home right up to the second you step out of your destination airport. Okay, let's dive into this. Think of this as your personal flight itinerary for today. We'll be covering pre-flight preparation, check-in and baggage drop, security and terminal navigation, the in-flight experience, and finally, landing and baggage claim. Nice and simple.
All right, let's kick things off with Phase 1, pre-flight preparation. This is all about getting ready before you even leave your house. Now, before we even look at packing, there is a golden rule you absolutely must commit to memory: timing. You need to plan to arrive at the airport exactly 2 hours before your scheduled departure. Doing this guarantees you'll never have to rush. Now, you can't just stroll into an airport. You need the right paperwork ready to go. You need a hard copy printout or the official email of your flight ticket. And listen closely to this detail, because it catches a lot of people off guard. A simple SMS text message on your phone will not work. Why? Because the airport scanners need those high-resolution barcodes from official PDFs to instantly verify you against their security databases. Don't let that trip you up. You're also going to need an original ID card. Think passport, PAN, voter ID, or Aadhaar. Oh, and if you're traveling with little ones, make sure you've got their birth certificates handy too. Now, what's really interesting about this setup is how luggage actually works, because this is easily the biggest beginner confusion out there. You basically have two types of bags. First, you've got cabin baggage. This is your single, smaller bag. It stays with you the whole time, and you physically carry it onto the plane yourself. Then you have check-in baggage. These are your larger bags, usually up to 2 of them, depending on your airline. Now, you don't drag these huge bags to your airplane seat. You'll actually hand them over to the airline counter pretty early on, and they travel underneath you in the plane's cargo hold. Before you zip up those bags at home, do yourself a massive favor and double-check them against the prohibited items list. Do not pack sharp or pointed objects, weapons, firearms, lighters, blades, or, any poisonous materials. A really good rule of thumb: if you wouldn't bring it to a polite dinner party, definitely don't try bringing it through airport security. Packing these things will literally only cause you unnecessary delays, stress, and you'll end up getting them confiscated anyway. Be smart, save yourself the headache, and just leave them at home. Moving right along to Phase 2, check-in and baggage drop. You've packed up, and you are officially entering the airport doors. So here is your very first physical checkpoint. You're going to show that printed ticket and your original ID to the security officer right at the entry gate. Once you're inside, you'll take those large check-in bags and pass them through an initial screening counter. After they're cleared, the staff will slap a specific security sticker right on them. And guys, here is a critical piece of advice. Once that sticker is applied, do not open your bag for any reason. If you break that sticker seal, you'll have to go back and do the whole screening process all over again. Next up, you'll track down your specific airline's counter. This is the spot where you finally hand over those heavy check-in bags. The staff there will verify your ID one more time and hand you what's called a boarding pass. Think of this pass as your golden ticket. Your original booking got you in the front door of the airport, but this pass, this is your official entry ticket onto the actual airplane. And hey, quick tip, while you're chatting with the staff at this counter, absolutely do not be afraid to ask if they have a window seat available. Let's jump into Phase 3, security and terminal navigation. You're doing great so far, and now it's time to make our way to the gate. I know security lines can feel super intimidating to first-timers, but if you just follow these specific steps, it's an absolute breeze. First, make sure you've attached a little baggage tag to your smaller handbag. Second, and they are very strict about this rule, take your laptop and mobile phone out of your bag. You have to place electronics in a totally separate tray for the scanner. Why? Because their batteries are so dense that they literally block the X-ray from seeing whatever is underneath them. It's like a giant lead shield. Third, you'll step through a metal detector for a quick physical check. And finally, once you're given the green light, you'll grab your bag and your boarding pass, which the security officer will have officially stamped for you. Security is cleared. You are officially in the terminal. Now, take a look at that freshly stamped boarding pass to find your specific terminal gate number. You need to head over to that gate and be sitting there at least 30 minutes before your flight takes off.
Now, sometimes the plane is docked right there at the building, and you'll just walk straight down a tunnel, called an aero bridge, onto the plane. But mentally prepare yourself. The plane might be parked way out on the tarmac. If that's the case, no worries, you'll just take a quick little bus ride right to the aircraft stairs. Phase 4. The in-flight experience. It's the moment you've been waiting for. We are up in the air. Welcome aboard. As you step onto the plane, a flight attendant is going to warmly greet you, check your seat number, and point you down the aisle. Once you find your spot, toss that handbag securely into the overhead bin right above you and take a seat. Now, before the plane even thinks about leaving the ground, the captain and crew are going to run through some mandatory safety instructions. So the crucial point is making sure you hit this checklist. Open your window covers, fold away the food tray in front of you, turn your phone completely off, make sure your seat is in the full upright position, and buckle that seatbelt. You might be wondering, why do I have to open the window shade? Well, it's not just so you get a cool view. It actually allows the crew to instantly see the outside conditions just in case there's an emergency. They will walk by to double-check all of this, so doing it proactively just makes you look like a total pro. So you're buckled in, the plane roars down the runway, and you start climbing into the sky. Right about now, almost all first-time flyers experience this very specific sensation and think, wait, why do my ears hurt during takeoff? It's a completely normal physical response. It's simply caused by the rapid change in the cabin's air pressure as the plane quickly gains altitude. But don't stress. There is a highly actionable, super simple trick to solve this. To relieve that air pressure and instantly stop that weird popping or painful sensation, just chew some gum or put in some earplugs during takeoff and landing. The motion of chewing or swallowing actually helps open up the eustachian tubes inside your inner ear, which equalizes the pressure and keeps you perfectly comfortable. So definitely keep a pack of gum in your pocket for sure. Okay, let's talk about everybody's favorite topic for a second, food. In-flight catering can vary wildly. Whether or not you get free food and drinks completely depends on the specific airline you booked and how long your flight actually is. Now, you can usually buy snacks while you're up in the air, but here's a really fun fact for you. The dry, pressurized cabin air actually dulls your taste buds. That's exactly why airplane food tends to be so heavily salted. If you do plan to buy a snack on board, just be prepared. High altitudes usually mean high prices. Knowing this in advance just helps you avoid any awkward sticker shock when that food cart finally rolls by. Let's move to the final stage and see how this builds to the finish line. Phase 5, landing and baggage claim. You're arriving at your destination. What goes up must come down, right? As the plane prepares to land, you'll need to follow the exact same seat and window rules we did for takeoff, tray tables folded away, seats totally upright, window covers open, and those seatbelts securely fastened. Once you touch down and the plane comes to a complete stop at the gate, just sit tight and wait patiently. Wait for the ding and the captain to turn off the seatbelt sign before you jump up. Then you'll exit the plane, step into your brand new destination airport, and simply follow the massive overhead signboards that point you straight toward the baggage claim area. It's like following a trail of breadcrumbs. Reclaiming that heavy luggage is your very last step, and it really just requires a little bit of patience. Keep in mind, major airports have dozens of flights landing at the exact same time, so let's manage those expectations. Expect to wait roughly 30 minutes for the ground crew to unload your bags from the plane and send them into the terminal. Just keep your eyes on the large electronic display screens, look for your specific flight number, and that will tell you exactly which moving belt your luggage is going to arrive on. When you finally spot your bag cruising down the belt, grab it, and, this is key, always verify that the sticker on the bag actually matches the little receipt tag they gave you way back at check-in. Lots of black suitcases look exactly alike. I absolutely love this quote. Your first flight should be a memorable journey, not a stressful one. After walking through this step-by-step explainer with me today, you are completely prepared to navigate that airport like an absolute pro. You know the golden rules, you've got your documents sorted, and you understand exactly how the layout works. There is literally nothing left to be nervous about. You've conquered the logistics, breezed through the security lines, and handled the altitude. So now that the entire sky is quite literally open to you, where is your newfound freedom going to take you next?